It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
Yowza, motherfucking yowza. Yes, welcome back to another episode of the famous AJ Red Show. I am back again tonight as promised to bring you all the video. I know I'm a little bit late on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, I'm late. Posting the video. I've been giving y'all other shit. Also, so a few other creative ideas have been blocking the ways, as though the trains just keep coming in over and over again. But anyway, I did want to make sure to get this video out and talk to y'all about what the fuck going on with none other than the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Before I begin, you all that have not already, please like, subscribe, and share. Please hit that little ding-a-ding, the little bell, to make sure you get these notifications when these videos post, so that you can keep up with me while keeping up with them and whomever else I throw into the motherfucking mix, right? So yes, anyway, not too long, diving right in, because the episode was actually long enough as it was. And not only that, this is one of the bunch of most pettiest fucking group of women I've ever even encountered. And I know some of it may be for the chick, but some of it is just so fucking unrealistic. And as you may see, my silly ass is sitting right in between all these crazy motherfuckers on one aspect or another, at least in the video. Let's start off with the episode, bringing in Sheree. Now that she's realizing that she's been scammed like the other people that she says that, Bob scammed in a financial manner, she's been scammed emotionally. And I can kind of understand to an extent, but let's just be real. I'm cutting to the chase, y'all. Sheree, you're a grown-ass woman. You in your 50s. You already knew this man had done did some shit. And apparently towards the end of the episode, he mentioned some shit like he, was trying to help you and ended up being locked down. So I guess we'll find out about more of that in episode 10. But Sheree, come on now. You in your 50s. You know what it is to be a grown-ass woman. Yes, love, I think we're never too old for love to play tricks on us. How about that one? So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, because if you have a heart and your heart is open, you're never too good for heartache or heartbreak, and I guess you're never too vulnerable. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, make sure to keep your eyes open and your mind. You've been in this, in this industry called love for years, more than myself and some others that watch this motherfucking show and that's even casted alongside of you. So you know the ins and outs of this. I think it was just a thing of you a hopeless romantic, and you thought that it was really gonna last between you and Tyrone, but now we see otherwise. Marla with these boys, they had some point where Marla was showing the boys things, where how they were mistreating the things that she was, gifting them with, providing them with, such as shoes, clothes, and different things like that. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna eliminate part of the speech by saying this all in one. Marlo, bitch, get the fuck over it. Get the fuck over it. Because at the end of the day, for one, that's what family does for one another. One. And secondly, your sister has an issue that she's dealing with. You are standing in the gap. Do that. Do it wholeheartedly, and with all that fucking complaining. You saying your freedom and all this. Bitch, you've been free all your life. You've been dipping and doing with these little white dudes that we've been seeing on these shows in the past, here and there. So you've lived your life. You ain't short of 50, I'm pretty sure, if not above that motherfucker. So at the end of the day, sit your ass down, be a Monty, get these boys some counseling. I've been drinking. Some counseling. You should have gotten them into therapy fucking day one. You actually brought them into your home. Why the fuck you asking children if they want to seek therapy or if they're okay with it? Bring them to the counselor over and over and over, or the therapist over and over. Eventually you'll get something. At least they'll get some kind of relief. If they're not talking to you, they will be talking to someone else. I just do not think that the course of action that you took, which is putting the boys out of the house, with your sister, which is probably has less than you and maybe has kids of her own, per what you said. She has this motherly instinct. Bottom line is, fuck, at the end of the day, you talk about everybody else instead of demeaning everybody else, when you just seem like to be, you act like just common motherfucking trash half the time. And when I say that, you go back and you keep telling us about how your mom mistreated you and how you had hand-me-downs. Fuck, you treat the little girls in your platoon or your fucking program better than you treated those boys. At the end of the day, it boils down to, those boys were going through something similar to what you went through with your mom, as to what you told us on the show. So why in the fuck would you turn around and give up on them when they're going through something with their mother? And you have the means necessarily, financially, maybe not emotionally or mentally, but bitch, you have the money to put you and those boys in some family counseling. Do what your sister did not do. Do what your mother did not do. Stand in the gap. You're not just giving that money just for you to sit around and drink all day. I'm just living for me. Yes, you were. You got all of that out of the way. You had no kids of your own. But now it's, you come into a season to where, Spirit is basically telling you, tap into your motherly instinct, the better part of it. Not that fuckery you're talking about because they won't do this, they won't do that. They are typical fucking teenagers. They are boys, and they're actually going through something very extreme. They're being separated from their mom. They probably don't know who their father is. And one of the people they actually know that can actually do for them fucking gave up on them. So you pretty much dropped the ball. You did the same shit to those boys your mama did to you. So I'm gonna just skip through the part. You had your whole situation with Candy in the massage room down to the situation with the pajama party. Because in the end, that was some fucked up energy. That was a fucked up move. It was a fucked up idea. It was a fucked up action to put those boys out and send them to your sisters. I thought when I was seeing this shit in previews or whatever, I thought maybe it was, them cutting the cameras, chopping the shit up, making it look like this what you were actually doing, when actuality, what you were doing was maybe giving them space in the home, or maybe had a moment you said, I'm so sick of them, I want to put them out. Like I wanted to say, y'all get out. But you never said that. But shit, coming to terms, you actually did say this shit. So you going around judging Kenya. Kenya ain't put her baby out the house. Hilarious. Regardless of what circumstances she's facing right now with Mark or whatever have you, you don't see Candy putting her fucking kids out of the house. Hell, even Sheree even addressed your silly ass with that bullshit about as many a days I wanted to break from being a mother from my children, but I never showed them the fucking door and packed their shit and followed through with it. Because I'm kind of sure some black parents have actually done it, but they never really followed through with it. But the imaginary moment of having the shit actually happen, they got their jollies. But Sheree said I never followed through. I've never done that. And the fucked up part about it is you would have so much shade for all the other ladies if they had pulled the same fuckery that you wouldn't pull, whether it was their children biologically or not. You would have been shading the fuck out of these ladies. So me personally, in this next episode, if I was with Kenya or anybody else, I would be throwing it at your ass, left, right, and sideways, under, on top. Baby, you'd be dodging bullets like nobody's fucking belief. Talking about shade, bitch, you would pray for sunshine being around me after that moment. And you came for me? Yeah. What was it? Drew and Ralph with these aliases. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but it's one of the moments I had a little taste. And I'm moving around. Fuck that. I got my bullet points, but I'm moving around how I feel. This is my show. I'll take this shit whichever order I feel. Right, water. I feel. Anyway, but no, getting on to Drew and Ralph, I'm trying to figure out. I've had some suspicions about them since they've been introduced to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and when she tried to validate the fact of being the name Danielle came up, using Danielle, one of the assistants of many that she uses, which I don't understand. Again, you know, y'all have a couple of coins, but goddamn, that many assistants, I don't understand. But we gonna get into that more, I think, a little bit later, because I want to talk about the pajama part, and that's included in that that section of the situation of the show here. But the moment of Drew and her mom in the nail salon, and her mom handing her that phone after conversations and hearing what the lady had to say, I guess the shit did align up with her truth, because in the end, Sheree's assistant or friend or something like that was the one that was actually digging dirt up on her ass, which again leads me almost back to the point of them being shit, I'm losing my train of thought. I had a little too much to drink, but fuck. The point of the names, all the different aliases and shit. So, but then I'm still brought to a fact of, you know, Drew had several people that she brought up. Sanya, she brought up, you know, Sheree, and one of the other girls, saying that she thought that they were one of the ones that were actually doing all this shit, being around her, being, you know, an ass or a real bitch to her. When in totality, they're all being bitches to one another in a sense, for sure. Marlo going down to the furniture store, picking out different trinkets and shit. Notice she ain't really, I didn't see order no big ass furniture, nothing like that, because why? When the fucking house is going to take 12 to fucking 14 months to be built. I mean, that's damn near about as long as it took for Chateau Sheree to come to fruition. So, what the fuck is she building over there for 12 to 14 months? That's the term of a lease. They've gotten apartment complexes up in less time than that. What in the fuck are you building? That can't even be a compound. And then the bedroom is going to be so goddamn small, the bedroom is going to be smaller than the closet. So why is it taking 12 to 14 months? Are you making payments? Are you on a financial program making payments towards? Okay. So for every season I get on the Atlanta Housewives, or from whatever other source of money she gets, I'm going to put $5 grand or 10 grand or 50 grand or some shit like that. And that's going to be for this room or that closet or that bathroom or these sinks. And what the fuck are you doing? Are you building a house in pieces? If that's the case, you can go right on over there to the toy store and get you some Legos, and it'll take a whole lot less motherfucking time to build your house. And you and the boss will probably actually be able to fucking literally physically live in it. It would take less. I've seen shit built damn near in an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, 2 hours, 4 hours with Legos on one of these shows. Then it's taken for you and Chateau Sheree to get together and Marlo to finish building this house. What the fuck is she building? And for one, who in the fuck got $40,000 to spend on their living room other than Beyonce, Jay-Z, or Lady Gaga, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody with big names? $40,000 for a living room? Bitch, please. Bitch, please. I would have to be making millions on top of millions on top of millions on top of millions, and still, even then, I would still think about the bigger picture. I don't give a fuck about you coming to my house, seeing it. Oh yes, it took me $40,000, and 3 years later, or 14 months later, 12 to 14 months to get it done. Please. 40 chandeliers. I mean, please, come on. Them big ass, dumb, ignorant. Don't get me wrong. Chateau Sheree is off the fucking chain. I would love to get a tour. If you're handing out tickets, Sheree, for the Chateau Sheree tour of the mansion, I would love to do so, because it doesn't seem as though She by Sheree is gonna come out anytime soon. Well, okay, well, I take that back, because the previews are showing that it's supposed to. Well, She by Shemaby, I don't know. So we gonna have to. I'm gonna pause on that shit and see if it's gonna actually come to fruition in the next episode. But $40,000 on a fucking living room. What are you putting in here? Heated floors, automatic recliners, a movie screen, marble heated floors. I mean, who are you purchasing from for 40 grand? That's y'all problem. That's black folk problem. Y'all get money, y'all want to show out for a bitch and want to have a $40,000 living room and have a tab still sitting in the background for $90,000. No. For a living room like that, bitch, it had to be dropped on cash and nothing else other than that. Marlo, I was talking to some other people the other day before I actually watched the episode, and they gave me some insight, and it made me think. And when I actually saw the part of the episode where I seen what they were talking about, I was just told Marlo is trash. Marlo is trash. That's what I was told by someone else that watched the episode, not me. But I did begin to agree with the shit slightly, because at the end of the day, how could you get over here and say how you love these women and saying they queens and all this shit and how you know, and you just said one of them's pussy was wore out and she done gave it to everybody in Hollywood and had to date below her tax bracket or marry below her tax bracket in order to receive love, because that's one of the many few that has not had a chance to hit the putty. Then you go and furthermore on and say, not only did you say in previous episodes and seasons about Kenya's mom and her relationship and mock that and make all kind of negative comments about that, but then you go and say about Kenya and her soon-to-be ex and her child in the last episode, and then in the same now recent episode, you came with the same bullshit when that woman says she is greatness and all this different shit, getting her self-esteem up with dealing with what she's going through with divorce and being a single mother, having to make, money to put food on the fucking table and drive that Tesla and pay for that fucking house over there in the woods. But yet you over here downing this woman and trying to drag her self-esteem down. Mark doesn't think that you're great. He doesn't think that you're this and that. You're a single mother. Whatever the baby name, Brittany, Bryden, Britannia, I don't know. Some Braylon. Yeah, I know. Fuck it. Y'all know the little girl's name. It'll come to me sooner or later. But the bottom line is, Marlo, bitch, you do hit below the belt a lot. And you have apparently a lot of the traits your mama put into your ass when you was growing up. Being just ignorant and mean. Makes no fucking sense. And if I was Kenya, I would have blessed your fucking soul and cussed you out so good you would have had to write the devil a fucking letter and ask him, why so hot? Why so harsh? Did you write this letter personally and give it to this bitch? Did she sell her soul? Or did he sell his soul in order to get these words to make me feel so bad and so low in my spiritual, in my in the rectal and nether region area and my mental area? Because I would have read her for fucking dirty. I would have read Marlo for filthy, dirty ass, grimy ass, trifling, gutter butt ass, dumpster, prom dumpster baby ass filth. I would have read that bitch. Because even in her essence, her being so cool and, and Kenya being so cool and everything, coming to the pajama party. But it seems as though she felt the need to trash this woman, belittle her, again, like, I don't even know if Nene was that bad. I said she was trying to take the place of Nene, but I don't even know if Nene was that motherfucking bad. She said some shit to people, but she had a little bit of a heart until Nene came out. Nay, whatever she called herself. Her alter ego. But saying that to say this, now let's put the meat and potatoes into this pajama party. Picture it, Sicily, 2022, Georgia. Like I did that? Yeah, I set the scene, but not too fucking well because that's so fucked up geographically. But anyway, you get the fucking picture, right? Yeah, you do. Okay, so anyway, debut, the pajama party. All the ladies look good. Everybody came wearing some of their nice shit, looking in their best, their finest. The nude models that were walking around, slinging dang-a-lang and cootie cat, and even titty tassels and whatnot and so forth and carrying on, and all that stuff. And the menu, I told y'all Candy is greedy. I always say Candy greedy ass is like me. When I get down to your house, either I already ate because I know you serving some bullshit, or I know you a bitch like Sheree and likes to put on, regardless of what the pocketbook looks like. And a spread, good liquor, good wine, naked folk, shit like that. and making the people feel at home and comfortable with all the naked folk walking around and shit, whatever. But anyway, Candy was like, I can always count on Sheree to have, because she always have good food when she have a little shindig, a little throne, which she ain't had too many of them on the seasons, but I can always count on Sheree to have good food. And the shit looked actually, to me, looking through the screen, wanting to lick, smell, and taste it, looked quite scrumptious. Scrumptious to me, honestly. Including the drinks. But packing the last few minutes into this, I've said this before, not on camera with you all, but in the past, watching the episodes, I love drunk Kenya. Just like Candy said she loved drunk Kenya. Kenya's, you could tell she was drunk. Her eyes were red. She was cutting up. She was saying shit she ain't been said in a while. Even Marlo loved drunk Kenya. You know, she threw some shade at her behind the shit, but she loved it. I loved how she's more free-hearted. She just speaks and likes to have fun. She's not trying to hold together this titanium posterior and be not so vulnerable to these ladies, to the point where she even ignored the fuck out of Marlo and anybody that kind of came at her in any kind of negative light during that pajama party. She was so lit she fell the fuck off the seat purposely, was calling bitches out, but she wasn't too drunk to call out some messy ass shit about what the motherfucker said about the husband and all this other shit. But when I look back on it, that same lady that called Drew out on the situation of don't talk about her husband and watch it and all this different shit, the bottom line is this same woman did that background check and put up a whole lot of shit on y'all. And you got quite mad, Drew, when this woman was telling you the truth of what was going on. When you and Sandra split ways, saying you split ways at the painting booth, and Sam was like, Drew, Danielle, whatever your name is, that was shady as fuck, Sanya, but it was a good one. But you sashayed the fuck away, loving it. But trying to just figure out like where this energy is coming from with these ladies. And I would say I'm trying to figure where it's coming from. I know some of it to me feels a little bit staged, but y'all seem petty and immature as fuck. Y'all arguing with one another across the dinner table, not showing any kind of etiquette, not being any type of lady, other than a lady of, Lady Marmalade. That's the energy y'all giving in a sense. Y'all going at one another's throat chakras and shit, trying to choke each other, theoretically and shit. I mean, yes, I know it's a show, but have some decorum. I would have never gotten on here and said how nobody, my friend, used their pussy or did all this other shit to get their way to the top. That's why I say y'all bitches be hitting below. Well, Marlo, bitch, you hit below the belt. I cannot harp on you enough in this episode because you done lost your mammy, motherfucking loose goosey ass, parentilic ass mammy fucking mind. And if I was your friend, like I said, any of these bitches, I would have read you for dusty filth, bitch. You would have needed pledge, pine saw, and ammonia to get off of you what I would have put on you if I was your friend. What else? Moving on to what the fuck else went on with these girls? They went through the little ceremony situation. They wanted to blow out Sheree's coochie with some coochie incense. Now listen, about that, I've done some things to cleanse, in ways, but I ain't never just took my dangling and my satchel sack and my macadamias and my man hoo-ha, regardless of what the situation, just to hover over, let some smoke drain up in there. And I've never done that. Might have to try it to see how the fuck it turns out. Hey, whatever. Because apparently, what's the name was saying she didn't know it was the alcohol or the incense going up in her butt that had her feeling like aphrodisiacus. It ain't a word, but I made one up. Fuck it. See if we can put it in the dictionary. When I become famous, I'll put that one in the dictionary. Mark this day. And I'll drink to that. But seemed a little awkward, but not too much more awkward than them going to sit over the little steamy pots with their, hoo-ha over the thing, letting the steam out and air it out and all that old kind of stuff. But Drew was like, I'm just not with all that, the witchcraft and all that. Bitch, please, if you sitting there saying you're not with witchcraft, why did you sit there and receive that message, and how so easily you received that message from that lady that your mama gave the phone to you? You heard all that and listened to it, and you internalized that shit, and you put your galoogaloos out on the lookout for whom it could have been. And quite quickly, you viewed her out, and you pointed one out and got you a suspect that said she looked good for it. And it wasn't any of the ladies in the group. It was Sheree's assistant, friend, commandant, whatever the fuck she is. But for her to say some shit like witchcraft, I'm sitting there saying, I'm so sick of fuck with that shit about witchcraft. Please, get over it. When they say ain't no such thing as witchcraft, it ain't. And we'll get to that subject on a whole nother day. Yeah, these are a bunch of immature ass women. I mean, I've been following this show for years, but now I've been following it a little more in detail now, because I'm bringing the commentary, and I'm looking at it, and I'm getting tired. Y'all are draining the fuck out of me, because y'all sitting around here hooping and hollering at one another, cackling like a bunch of motherfucking hens for no reason. You can't figure out why y'all hollering at each other, getting mad, putting each other's motherfucking... See, y'all couldn't be no friends with no bitch like y'all. I couldn't be no friends with no bitch like y'all, because if you did some shit like that to me, bitch, I'll get on there and fuck around there and lose some shit on your ass on one of them episodes that'll make you quit that motherfucking show. How about that one? So it would be best to get with me and find out, bitch, what you gonna say? Well, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, bitch. What you gonna say? Well, bitch, based off of that, I'm gonna say this, this, and this. Bitch, get your stories together so we don't cut each other too deep. So we don't disrespect each other too fucking far. But y'all call yourselves ladies. Only maybe one or two of y'all has been a lady throughout this whole fucking season so far, and many before. It's no wonder the other podcasters and shit get over y'all and tired of y'all, because y'all can't bring genuine love, sisterhood that y'all talk about throughout the fucking episodes and seasons. Yes, queen, and all this other shit, because it gotta be somebody like Drew that's feeling some kind of way, that just can't wait to get it's her fucking turn so she can vocalize all the fuckery, all the unnecessary hurt, all the unnecessary bullshit, unload, unbag, pull up to the dock so she can just... And when y'all skip the bitch and go to somebody else and come back, she like, I know, I heard what y'all said, but the bottom line is, this is where I'm settling. I want to get the shit jumped off, and I want to get it jumped off now. So I'm going to say what I got to say. And I don't give a fuck who like it and who don't. So you can skip me as many times as you want, bitch. But when you get back to me, I'm still going to be on the same page. Because what the Kenya say, we've been to you once or twice already, and you still saying the same shit that you were saying before. That bitch said, my record is skipping. And until you let the song play all the way through, when you come back, still gonna be on that same part you left off on. You gonna listen to the rest of this song, bitch. And it was all about being ugly to Senya and Sheree's acquaintance. Anyway, it wasn't a whole lot in this episode to really fuss over. It's the same old shit these girls doing. I believe episode 10 may bring us a little more clarity, a little more light to the situation as to what's going on with the ladies. We will see. I don't even have predictions on this shit right now, so I'm not even gonna give y'all any of that. But what I will say is, these are crazy ass batch of girls, I tell you that much. They cuts up the dumb way. Literally the dumb way. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here and see what's going on in season 10. Y'all don't forget to check me out with P Valley, other videos I have here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, hit the ding-a-ding, hit the little bell, so you can get the notifications when these videos come out. Also, what else was it I was going to say? Yes, the other videos I have, like I told you, I was going to keep bringing y'all shit, and I'm still doing that. I'm a little weary, I'm a little tired, but I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to push through and energize and buck up, give y'all this commentary I'm gonna still bring you out the best of myself when I sit before this camera, so that you know I'm giving all of myself to you all when it comes down to my personality. And I'm slow dosing y'all, as y'all can possibly see with these videos. I'm slow dosing you. But if you have not gotten there already, believe me, you'll get there, right? Yeah. So anyway, share, like, subscribe. Share with somebody you like. Share with somebody you don't like. Share with somebody you know. Hallelujah. Share with somebody you don't know. Because if you don't like me, I promise you, I'm pretty much 210% sure someone else will, right? Yeah, I'm right about it. So anyway, love and light to y'all. Take care of yourselves. Love on yourself, love on somebody else, but make sure they're willing to love on you in the same way back in return. Take care of yourselves. Again, don't forget to check out my other videos. All right? Holla. Yeah, have a good one.